What's going on, everybody? I appreciate all of you hanging out, waiting on the stream to start. Those who catch the replay, though, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications when we do these live chats. You can take part. Yeah, tongue twister. You can take part right along with us because they're kind of few and far between right now. Very busy, deep into the cut. A lot going on. Did a stream with Randy and Mike from day 3 last night. Dedrick at some point later this week is going to be going live. And I'm supposed to jump on for that. And I figured we'd do one this week. There's a couple things I'm pretty interested in that iFragrance has put some news out on, which you saw in the thumbnail. That's the 3 main ones I'm kind of interested in. So we'll talk about those. We'll take a look, see what they have to offer as far as the write-ups and information and notes so far. And we'll just catch up like we normally do as far as what I'm wearing today. Finally got around to doing a full wearing of Stronger With You Sandalwood. Definitely a fan if you like woodsy fragrances. Strong With You's DNA with a dominant cedar sandalwood combo. I think more cedar than sandalwood. The sandalwood's a warm wood smell. It's not really all that creamy of a sandalwood. I get a lot of the sharp cedar, a little touch of earthiness, the sweetness, the spice, the lavender, even a touch of the chestnut of the base DNA is still present. It's a strong fragrance, as all of them really are. It's a pretty penny, though. It's going for $140 from Fragrance Buy, $130, $140 range from discounters because it's technically not even available in North America. Bought it from Fragrance Buy. The very few places you can find it here in this, the Western world, but you can find it. You just got to do a little looking, you know what I mean? But it's pricey compared to the other ones anyways, because normally they'll be around $100 when they hit places like Fragrance Buy. Not this one. This one's $140 because it's one of those, area exclusive that's not exclusive to here. Those are usually a bit more pricey. So let's get caught up in the chat. We got 85 in the first 2 minutes. I appreciate you guys. Hit that thumbs up. It does indeed help. Was there anything else I wanted to cover before we dive into it? No, I don't think so. Let's dive into the chat, shall we? Sin in Paradise, Mr. New Job. Fig me up. I will have that at some point. Catch the replay. Hope you had a good week. I've been having a great week, man. I got to say. Profondo EDT? Nope. All right. Well, fortunately, you don't have to ever try it if you're not interested in trying it. I think it's kind of a ridiculous release, but it's going to smell good. I think it's ridiculous. How many ways can we flanker Profondo? Because we got Profondo, then they reformulated with Profondo EDP. Prior to that, we had Profondo Lights. We got Profondo Parfum, which I think is the best one. I think it's a banger. Now we got Profondo Eau de Toilette. Are we getting Profondo Eau Fraiche? Profondo Cologne? Profondo Elixir? Profondo Absolute? Are we getting all of those too? Because that looks like what they're trying to do here. I'm with you. Stop with the Profondos, but I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to buy it, and 99% sure I'm going to like it. It's just the reality. I think it's stupid, but maybe that makes me stupid because I think it's stupid, but I'm still going to buy it, and I'm still going to like it. Because what I do. Weird, I know. But I understand where you're coming from completely. When I first saw it, I was like, really? That's what they're doing? Of the flankers they could go with this year. Another Profondo? Damn. Good to see you, my man Amberfold. That's a great flanker. Well, not really flanker, but fragrance in the Mancera line. It's amazing. Good to see you, sir. French Avenue Arche. Love it. Love it, love it. Patek Maison Bliss. Never tried that. Dan, not the man. Dior Homme Cologne layered with Molecule 01. I bet that really livens it up a bit. What's going on, Kevin? Second Soul. Legendary is a good word for that. I agree. Zadig and Voltaire. This is really him. That is the best one. Last year's release. I think it was last year. It was the beginning of this year. I don't remember. I have it. It's the best one. I do think it's the best one, especially for the fall. Great for the fall season. FOMO Frag Lovers Tea. I ended up not grabbing it. I grabbed 6 fragrances. I told you guys I was grabbing some stuff the other night. What did I end up grabbing? I'll tell you guys real quick. No, not Troll Brand. There we go. Fragrance Buy. Let me log in real quick. I'll tell you what I ordered. I did get Mandarino di Sicilia because that's the main thing everybody was on me about getting. I got the new Tommy fragrances, both of them. I looked at the note breakdowns, some Summer Aquatics. I was like, no brainer for me. I got Calvin Klein Eternity Aromatic Essence finally. So they have that in stock. I grabbed that one. John Barbados XX Intense. I did grab that one. Coffee, fruits, all that good stuff. Kind of the highlight of the line type of profile. I love the bottle too. I have most of them. Figured why not? Tommy Hilfiger Impact Together, Tommy Forever. So I grabbed both of those. And then Kate Alfredson Untamed, supposed to be Eros Najim. I still haven't gotten around to that one. Speaking of Middle Eastern exclusives, I'd love to find that, and not a 10 ml. I want the bottle. But we'll try that. So I don't know what the original smells like. We're just going to judge it as an individual. And Acqua di Parma's Blue Mediterraneo Mandarino di Sicilia, which $86 for the 100 ml. I was cool with that. Altogether, because I did use a $50 Canadian gift card, I ended up spending 400 Canadian, $289, 88 USD. So not too shabby for 6 fragrances. We've got several designers, a Middle Eastern fragrance, and an affordable niche. So pretty happy with that. Ended up not grabbing those. I pulled those out of my cart because I was like, ooh, new Tommies. And I started just grabbing other stuff I was actually more interested in. Ogivray and Vibrato. Somebody's looking for some grapefruit today. Great 1-2 punch. Good to see you, sir. Aventus Cologne. My favorite cream. Instant Crush. I haven't worn that in a while. That's a monster performer. Zap, good to see you, sir. The one gentleman I know, everywhere you've gone on any of my profiles, you've wanted to let everybody know about Slow-Mo Shop having these hard-to-find flankers. I appreciate you, sir. I don't know how many have jumped on it, but I didn't. Because honestly, I still need to get Royal Night. It's the only one in that line that I'm missing. Got Luminous Night and Mysterious Night. I'm still missing Royal Night. That's really the only Dolce & Gabbana, the one flanker I'm really interested in getting my hands on. I could get it. I just never think of it in the moment when I'm buying. But I appreciate you letting everybody know. Xerjoff, Louis 15th, 1722. Never tried that one. Good to see you, sir. Happy birthday to Quest. We're in bond number 9, Riverside Drive. I've never tried this one, but happy birthday, my man. Appreciate you joining us for your birthday. Another one wearing Dior Homme Cologne. Going to a wedding this weekend and can't decide between La Nuit de l'Homme Le Parfum, Seraphim Red, Ralph's Club Parfum, and Le Mall Le Parfum. For a wedding, I'm probably going with the highest quality fragrance of the bunch, so I'm going to go Seraphim Red here. I feel like you're trying to go on a date, though. Are you bringing a chick for the first time or a new girlfriend kind of thing? Because a lot of that's date night fragrances, except for Seraphim Red. Ralph's Club Parfum, not so much, but it kind of. But Le Mall Le Parfum and La Nuit de l'Homme Le Parfum, definitely for me personally, dinner date. So none of that says wedding to me. But you and I are two different people with two different sets of taste. But if it's me based on the choices, I'm going to go Seraphim Red here. I think that's more wedding. I mean, is it an outdoor wedding or indoor wedding? Because that could dictate things too. Because then I might go La Nuit de l'Homme Le Parfum. So it depends on the setting for the wedding, really. The theme. Because it is spring. It's a spring wedding. It depends on if it's outdoors. So I need more information. Technically. Azzaro Pour Homme Timeless. We appreciate you. Mr. M.A. Styles Extreme Blue from Michael Kors. Man, it's been a long time since I've won that. That's good stuff, too. Been a long, long time. Torino 22. Definitely smelling the woodiness. How does it compare to... Torino 22 is a much fresher fragrance. Much. They don't compare at all. I would put 0%. That's how much they compare to one another. Totally different. That's a sweeter wood fragrance. Torino 21's such a different, more fresh fragrance type of, Not all wood base notes in a fragrance are created equal. You know what I mean? Definitely no equality here with those two profiles, I find. My man, Marcus, PDM Sedley, great choice. I saw you wearing them 3s again. I'm starting to think that's one of your favorite 3s. I forgot whose collab that was. The ones that the green and the orange and the sail and everything, which I personally don't think they look good, but I know you love the shit out of them. Again, different tastes. Not my favorite 3s. I didn't cop them. I did. The John Cena's came in today, though. I'm calling them the John Cena's because for 20 years, John Cena's been wearing Payless shoes on camera. And now all of a sudden he's wearing the Bright Cactus Jumpman Jacks because of what happened on Mania, because Travis Scott was wearing them at Mania. So I expect that resale price to jump up with the super low stock. So I'm glad I bought them the week before Mania that just came in. So that's the Bright Cactus Jumpman Jack. That's trainers that are about to release, guys, for any of you that video will be out tomorrow when TLTG kicks. They are fresh too. They got some good lace options with them. It's sad that if you want quality from Jordan Brand, you got to buy a freaking Travis Scott shoe. But good to see you, Marcus. What's up, my guy? Legs were nice and veiny today, that's for sure. Recovery's getting a little bit more of a challenge as we're getting deeper in. But yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, so most days I'm fuller. Like Sunday for our posing session, I was very flat. Also was still fasted in the morning, so I had no pump of any kind. Whereas yesterday, when I did my shoulders and chest, I had a great pump. For those of you that saw those pictures, chest veins everywhere, trap veins and shit. And then I did legs today and had a great pump as well. So some days I'm flat and depleted. Some days I'm managing to stay full. Very different from last year's cut because I'm 5 weeks out. And if I was to water load for 2 days and dehydrate for 2 more days, basically have a peak week, I would wipe the floor with me from last year. I would, yeah, I'm in way better. I'm more developed, more symmetrical, and I'm already like, I'm leaner body fat percentage wise. I'm telling you, I just dehydrate down right now. It'd be a night and day difference. And I still got 5 weeks to go for the first show. And that's the warm up. It gets real serious after that for the 4 weeks leading up to the main show. So like, be wild. And then I got my reverse diet for 8 weeks after that because I'm gonna stay shredded. I'm gonna stay shredded in the off season. I'm not letting myself eat jars of peanut butter every 2 days and shit like I did last off season. I wasn't fat, but I could have stayed a lot leaner. I'm staying lean now. So, but I appreciate you, my man. Thank you. And I'm jealous. Passion Island. I've been wanting to get that one. Chronic Macerator, one of the best names on YouTube. Nautica Life. That's a long time since I've touched that. I've been having that one for years. Hello, how are you? Miss Saga, always a pleasure. Never heard of this fragrance. All right, then. Gentle Fluidity Silver, I have heard of. Tarathi Blue, I've never tried. I believe that's similar to Tuxedo. Let them know, sir. Acqua di Gio Essenza and Valentino Uomo Acqua. I'm assuming. You left out Uomo, but I'm assuming Uomo Acqua. That's tomato leaf soapy iris fragrance. That's the good stuff. Long discontinued. That's good stuff. How are you? Welcome. Tori, good to see you, sir. Why EDP? I hope everyone had a good week. Donald, good to see you, sir. Fougères Marine while doing laundry. Niche Tommy, basically. Hope the weight training's going well. It sure is. Wearing Tiziana Terenzi Kirk. Definitely some good stuff. Kara, good to see you. Decanted French Riviera, and I immediately bought a bottle this morning. It's on the way. It's amazing. I can't wait to get that back in the rotation. So it's time to update the top 20 in the collection. I do that every year. And we're almost midway. You know, we're more than a quarter of the way. We're like a third of the way through the year at this point, and it's like I could stand to do it. Some things have changed, but it's like, there's a lot of stuff to eliminate to do the top 20 because it's a combination of there's a few clones that will make it. Very few, but there are a few that are worthy of being in the top 20 overall. The top 5 hasn't really changed much, but it's kind of hard to do top 20. I might have to do top 30. I got some good shit. Collection continues to grow. I got some good shit. And that's definitely in there. That's 100% in there. Office for Men. Power. Yeah, right. My man Kix Griffey. Paradise Garden from Jean-Paul Gaultier. Le Beau Line. Kix Griffey approved FW Wolfpack for Life. Yak Mob. Torino 21. Go Spurs. Go Copper Flag. Well, I did. I'm here if that matters. Richard, of course it matters. It always matters. Welcome. Been a while since I've seen you. Glad to have you. Shiaka Red. So basically Reflection Man. That's a great dupe of Reflection Man. Dior Homme Sport. I'm not even sure which one, but I'll tell you what. I like all 4. So you're winning no matter which version you got. Oh, it's all good. Love the Parfum, but why go weaker? So that's a misconception. An Eau de Toilette flanker doesn't mean weaker. It's going to mean a brighter profile. It's not necessarily going to perform badly. There's EDTs that are monster performers out there. It depends on the oils used, any enhancers, synthetic enhancers that they'll use in the base that lift the profile. Like, you've been conditioned to think that. That's not true. That's not always true. That's like not even half the time is that the truth. It all depends on how it's created. The concentration does not dictate. If anything, it's going to be louder because usually a lighter oil concentration is more volatile with the top, especially if they're making it a fresher profile. It's going to be really loud. It might not be really loud for a really long time, but it's going to be really loud at first, more than likely. So it's all in how it's created. That is a misconception. An X straight isn't necessarily going to be a louder fragrance than certain EDTs, and so on. There's EDPs that outlast a lot of X straights. So again, depends on how it's made and what it's created with. So I hope we learned something today, right? I learned something every day, especially in the perfume world. I learned something every day. I hope you retain that, because yeah, that's a misconception. That is not true, sir. You should not text and drive. I agree. Apparently they're inevitable. They're inevitable. Oh yeah, I'm gonna buy it. I might even buy it at full retail. I might. I don't know. Depends on what it's going for, you know. Versace MEF. MEF. Drawn blank. I don't know. MEF. I'm lost. Maybe it's like right over my head and it's like, oh, no shit, it's that. I don't know. Moscow Mule. That's a good one. Dior Homme 2020. And Paradise Garden After the Shower. Hell yeah, that's a good one too. Combo. Mr. Roy, good to see you, sir. Terre d'Hermès Eau de Parfum Intense. One of my favorite releases of the year. Loving it, especially these cold, wet days we're getting today. Going to bed, catch the stream tomorrow. We appreciate you, sir. Have a great night. You chose a great fragrance. That's top 5 release of the year for me. Of all the categories, niche, indie, clones, whatever. Like, that's top 5 release of the year for me. I'm impressed by it because it's different. Still true to the DNA, but it's very different in the opening. Profondo Absolute after Profondo Elixir. Probably. Well, I figured you were still at work. Yeah. So we're 17 minutes in. We got 138 in the chat. I appreciate you guys. Hit that thumbs up if you don't mind. We're going to do a split screen here in just a second. Love and Vulcan Fu. It's not hot here, so it's not lasting that well. Understandable. Mr. Rick, good to see you, sir. Sir, I agree. I think that's one of the better designers released this year. Starts off very Acqua di Gio, and for me, dries into a lot of leather and patchouli, while without losing Acqua di Gio's charm. Like, it's not fully Acqua di Gio when it starts to dry, but I think it's a really good release. This is one I didn't want to buy at full retail. I bought when it got to like 115 or whatever it was from Fragrance Buy, but it is a great release for them. See, something like this was a better release. Profondo EDT, I think, is a little lazy, but it could be incredible. I'm going to buy it. I'm not going to try it first. I'm going to just buy the damn thing. We're going to look at the whatever write-up they have. I haven't looked at shit. You know, I just want to get bottles for the thumbnail. That's all I did. And I had to enhance them because it's so blurry as shit, you know. Good to see you, Invictus Platinum. Been a while. I need to get something Invictus in my rotation this week. I'm glad you brought that up. I need to wear. I wore the Parfum last time. I think Platinum deserves. It's been a while. It's so I don't forget. One moment, please. Where's that? Is that it? Nope. Legend. There it is. Nope. Original. There it is. Okay. Yep. We'll put that on the rotation. We're going to wear that tomorrow. I need to get something Invictus in my lineup. And yes, I have an organizer that I bought on Amazon that holds 96 pairs. So I can get, because there's a lot of stuff I want to take out their boxes that doesn't really need to be preserved in a shoebox. So this is going to clear up for those of you that it bothers the shit out of. I have viewers that it bothers the shit out of them that I got the wall of sneakers behind me. So that's my comment this morning. I don't think you have enough cologne and shoes. I said, I agree. No, I said me either. So no, I don't. There's more of both coming. Thank you for reminding me, though. Deacon Chris, good to see you, sir. Cairo Nights by Sphinx. That's one of their best. No worries, man. I appreciate you popping in and say hello, but great fragrance choice. Tea fragrance recommendations. You point me in the direction. State of mind. Spontaneous generosity. I cannot rave about this. Look, I've tried like 3 or 4 from the house. They all have their own identity and distinctive character. If you like tea fragrances, what a great house to explore. They have a fresh aquatic. They've got a leathery one. They've got iris. They've got earthy. They've got something tea for everyone, I believe, if you're into tea fragrances. Polo 67, both versions are great. My man, Smooth Operator Oligarch, both versions are great. I haven't tried that one yet. I don't know. That's the one I don't have. The Intense is like a freaking dead ringer. And the original's pretty good towards the Parfum Cologne, but the Intense is like, that's Elysium Eau Intense. It is, which is winning the vote for the members, by the way, Elysium Eau Intense. And then Bad Boy Elixirs pretty much ran away with it. Danye and Gris Charnel EDP, great choices. Myself, EDT, great choice. Nitro Intense. I was thinking about that one last night. That might make its way back into the rotation again today. That's officially my favorite Dumont fragrance. It's not even close. If I had to keep one, that or the original, I'm keeping the Intense. I like how much warmer it is. It's really good. Smoother, too. Excellent choice. Cherry Cherry by Mancera for 103. Damn. I'd like to get that one, too. I just bought some fragrances, though. Like, literally 2 nights ago. Good to see you, sir. Hawas Black. Great choice. Odyssey Aqua. So, perfume box, I have a couple Odyssey fragrances in my cart. I got 3 of them. That's one of them. Speaking of Invictus Platinum. The Invictus Platinum clone. That's, yeah. And Limoni. Everybody's been knowing me about that one, the Afternoon Swim clone. So I got that one in the cart too. They only got 3 of them in stock besides the women's one. I didn't, the Candies one. Not interested in that. Her Elixir, it's a dupe of or whatever. But I'm gonna buy those. Like $100. Right on, no, like 79 or something like that to buy the 3 of them. I need to pull the trigger. I got them in a cart right now. My favorite PDM fragrance. Austin, good to see you, sir. Pacific Chill. Oh, man. And Pardon, Nasamato. What a 1-2 punch. Very different fragrances too. Good to see you, sir. I did. I was disappointed with the finish for the Cena match, just like everybody else, but I'm trying to be patient. I had George Atkinson blow me up. I had Dave Cowley blow me up about how just over the top emotion about how terrible the finish was. And I get it. And I was trying to play the role of let's be patient. Let's see what kind of story they tell. Love the development with Seth and Braun Breaker and all that shit. Becky turned heel was a little weird, but it makes sense that they join them. So we'll see. The Nina Chanel 3s, that's what it is. Yeah, because I see you wear them a lot. For a shoe collection that you have, to keep going back to them, you really like them, right? The Bishop, good to see you, sir. All right, looking good. I like the kicks for today as well. Thank you, sir. That was the Free Metcon 2. Some old ones, the Wolf Gray Free Metcon 2 with the cement splatter print and everything. For those of you that like the hybrid lifters, I got some fly hybrid lifters now. I got fly colorways. I get a lot of the amp colorways and stuff like that. Like I get the fly shit when I get my certain trainers. I got the Drew McIntyres, as I'm calling them, because Drew McIntyre is now the face of Project Rock. And in the ads for Project Rock, he's wearing those lime green Project Rock 7s. I bought them immediately. They came in Saturday. I haven't done a video on them or wear them yet, but yeah, I'm calling them the Drew McIntyres. Man, we're 23 minutes in. I missed you guys too. I'm just trying to get caught up so we can talk about these fragrances and see what's what. Scuba Dive at work, damn. And Tarathi Blue, great choice. Good to see you, sir. Perry Ellis 360 Red, that's a really good choice for the gym. And Bleu de Chanel Parfum, the GOAT. Yeah, that's a lifer for me. Eric, good to see you, sir. Oh, yeah, because they're not even close to the same. No. Are they too close to one? No, not at all. So this is a misconception. I never agree with any human that says that Cedrat Boisé smells like Aventus. It's got a similar vibe, style, and just like it's their Aventus, but it don't smell like Aventus. It don't. Now, with those two, because of the lemon, I see where you might be coming from, which Aventus does not have. But those two do. But still, I think they're quite different from one another at the same time, because any of the Club de Nuits, they smell like Aventus with lemon, whereas Cedrat Boisé just smells like Cedrat Boisé. I don't think they're that redundant. They do the same job as far as redundancy, but smelling the same, I don't think so. He did pop up in Randy's chat to let us know. Yes, definitely. It's the only one I've worn so far. It's my favorite. It was definitely the one I gave the highest grade to. I think it's the most impressive of the bunch. Ardent from Boadicea, Indiana Bones, good to see you. Novice Nose, my guy. Siren Blue Caviar, giving it a second day wearing and really into it. My bottle is right here. It's nice and creamy, fresh. It's good stuff. Different twist on blue and shower gel, you know. Mab Talia, got 2 compliments today. The custodian works and my scent was in the Was left in the elevator. Hell yeah. Keith, good to see you, sir. Frag Lovers too. We got 2 in the chat wearing that. No worries, sir. Dakota, good to see you. Dirty Flowers, not familiar. Mikey, always a pleasure. Yeah, all the versions of Profondo. I've got every version. I've got the original that's an eau de parfum. They just didn't advertise it as such. I got the new version that's Profondo eau de parfum. It's a little bit fresher, but still Profondo. I've still got my bottle of Profondo Lights, which is just greener Profondo. And then the Parfum, which is an amber aquatic. It's Profondo, just more of a warm amber aquatic version of it. I've got all of this. I'm going to get this one too. You know, I'm a fan of the DNA. Yeah, that's a factual statement. That's not an opinion I was giving you. Not all EDTs, EDPs, pure parfums, eau de colognes, not all of them are created equally. It's all in how they're created and what they're created with. What? Yeah, that's probably the one we're going to start with. I mean, all this talk about Profondo, I guess we should start with that, huh? Man au fresh. See, that's what I'm saying. Yep. Right over my head. Duh. I had a feeling it was going to be that simple. And it's like, oh, of course, that's what it is. Why did that dumbass? Right over my head. Versace Man au fresh. Yep. Y'all nailed it. So, guys, I'm going to skip down. Oh, that's goated. It's goated. Let's see. I apologize. I'm going to skip ahead, guys, but we need to get into this. We're about to hit 30 minutes, and we haven't done the split screen yet. Sean, I see you, sir. Good to see you. DJ Sense, good to see you. Quez, Rockin' LeBeau, on the way down. Great. Goodbye, money. Top 10 men. Sarah always changes. I wore Oud Lemon Mint a lot. And see, it used to be in my top 10. Now, not so much. I still have a lot of respect for it, but I don't reach for it. There's stuff over time, because like when I got Oud Lemon Mint, it was like one of my first 10 Manceras. I got over 50 Manceras now. Shit changes when you start getting a bunch more, you know? Yeah, I understand. One Joma shop right now looking for a good summer clone. They got plenty of them out there, my man. Then they get cheap quick. Look, man, the metallic silvers, which aren't metallic, I call them more of a neutral gray or medium gray. They haven't even released yet, and they're already under retail. I paid a little over retail because I bought them before that, but you can get them like freaking 105, 100 right now in some places, like pre-launched, just not through Adidas. Adidas hasn't launched them yet. There were some websites that were doing it. So, and the AE1 lows are where it's at. Milk Bold from Commodity. Hell yeah. Spectra Ghost. I have a full review on it if you want to check it out, because we got to get into this. So, Uncle Rick, good to see you, sir. Versace the Dreamer. We have talked about it. You, my friend, need to learn about the search bar. So you type in TLTG in the name of the fragrance, and boy, I got almost 4,000 videos. If you're looking for a breakdown of something, that's the way to do it. Because hitting me when we haven't even got into the topic of the live stream, you're not going to like me with the responses I'm going to give you, because I'm going to shut you down. My apologies. We do that kind of shit after we cover the topic, but even then, I'm going to direct you to all the content I've made that you could just like watch a video specifically on that. You know what I mean? So, thoughts? Let's find. Okay, I'm trying to catch the final channel. First time tuning into the streams. I appreciate that. Thank you, my man. Acqua di Gio EDP. Good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you very much. YSL Tuxedo. So on that note, let's get into this split screen. Let me pull up iFragrance. And let's go look. Been wanting to do this. So might as well get it out the way. It's been a little bit of the topic so far. Does it make sense? Not really. Is it going to be good? Probably. All right. Introduces Acqua di Gio Profondo Eau de Toilette, a new fragrance of cool intensity that embodies the rush of taking a nosedive into the coolness of the sea. So it's definitely going to be a lot fresher, as I would expect it to be. That was my assumption. A blend of striking contradictions of fiery spices, zesty grapefruit, elevated by the refreshing essence of cypress and the texture of lavender. So it's still going to have those green elements to it. Bottle marks the signature zesty appeal of Acqua di Gio. It's shrouded in ombre matte tones of blue that invoke gradient shades of the deepest seas. An aromatic aquatic, top notes of grapefruit, cypress, and lavender, mid notes of aquatic notes, base notes, patchouli, and mineral accord. That mineral accord's back, so it's very true to the DNA. So if they just made even fresher Profondo, no, we didn't need that, but I'm still going to like it. Limited edition. Go figure. So yeah, it sounds like a very similar note breakdown to regular Profondo. Just a lower oil concentration that they probably rebalanced to make the top really bright. That was my assumption in the first place. And it looks like I assumed pretty correctly based on what I'm reading. What it actually smells like, I don't know, but I think it's a very safe assessment. So any of you that were thinking this leading into it and that meant disappointment for you, looks like you're going to be disappointed. Yeah, really good chance here. It's unfortunate. People will bitch and gripe about this. There will be people that will bitch and gripe. There will be other content creators that will unfairly crucify it instead of just judging it. Does it smell good? Does it not smell good? And then there's some that will just judge it. Does it smell good? Does it not smell good? I'll be that guy. If it's indistinguishable from the original, then I'll crucify it. I mean, fair is fair. If it's like super pointless and like next level redundant, that's okay. That's stupid. I'll crucify it then. But it's got to warrant being crucified. Got to give it a chance, you know, because a lot of content creators are going to just buy it to review it because it's going to get views. It's an Acqua di Gio flanker. And some people are going to, you know, shit all over it for fun because, you know, that makes me different when I shit on a fragrance, right? But I doubt it's going to deserve it unless, again, this is my own prerequisites for if it deserves to get shit on, is if it's just so much the same damn fragrance that it's like, okay, guys, save your money if you have the original. You know, this is stupid. I'm going to wear it just to say I wear it. That's a possibility. So again, all this is assumption and just based off the reading materials provided. I think it's got a 50-50 shot. It's going to walk a tightrope with a lot of people. This is one that's going to get shit on as much as it gets praised. I think it's going to be less matter of fact and more like heavy, how do you feel about the redundancy opinion forward? Because there's going to be redundancy, no doubt about it. Based on the note breakdown and what they're telling me, it's going to be pretty damn redundant. Now, if it's over the top, like that much brighter and fresher than the original, okay, don't buy it at retail. Wait till it gets to a price where you're comfortable. Go try it at Dillard's or Macy's or something like that, Sephora, whoever's carrying it. Go try it. Make sure it's for you kind of thing. Obviously, that's always the best route to go with these mass marketed, you know, at all the retailers type of designers. Just go try the damn thing. It doesn't matter what me, Tom, Dick, Harry, Boo Boo, Kitty, and fuck all have to say with our own opinions. We're all just individuals. Just like you guys are. None of our opinions really fucking matter to how you're going to feel at the end of the day. It's just our own opinions. You got to try it for yourself. And releases like this, you can do your due diligence. Most of you, anyways. At least those of you here in North America, the only excuse is they just don't have it near me, you know, and that's understandable. But even then, you could get a sample for a couple of bucks. So, but I know my audience. You guys that are interested are going to blind buy it just like I am. I'm such a bad example when it comes to that. But thoughts. Let's pull this down. Let's talk about it for a minute before we get into the next one. What are you guys feeling? Because it's looking like it's going to be pretty damn redundant. For breaking news, yes, this is the spot. This is going to be 99.9% of the time. Who's going to drop info first is going to be iFragrance. Follow them on Instagram. That's where the news drops first, is in their stories at iFragrance. Make sure to follow them. And then this is the website where you can find all the detailed information. They're usually the first. Almost always, they're the first to drop the news. I mean, the parfum's pretty close. You know, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. I think Acqua di Gio Parfum's about as close as you're going to get, which it gets you 90% there. You know, if that 90% isn't good enough, got to bite the bullet and spend the money on eBay if you want it bad enough, you know. Yeah. For the breaking news release, yeah, that's the way to go. Man, I hope you like it. That's, again, best designer blue of all time, in my opinion. And a lot of the times, that's probably the case these days. That's more than likely what's going on. I do too. that's what I'm saying. I'm going to go into it with a very open mind, knowing I love the DNA and I like every version so far. Even the most redundant being Profondo and Profondo Eau de Parfum. All they did was rebottle the original and make it slightly fresher. And it could just be because it's a fresher pour, that it's not as deeply macerated, so it smells fresher. But this is, I'm confident in my assumption of this is going to be a reworked, fresher version of this base fragrance, Profondo Eau de Parfum. And if that's the case, and that's what I'm expecting going into it, I might be one of the few in the crowd that respectfully criticizes it accordingly, because it's going to be what I'm expecting if that's the case. If that's what it ends up being, that's my expectation. So how come I'd be disappointed if it meets my expectation? If you set the bar at a certain point and it hits that bar or exceeds it, or even comes just a little bit under it, not really a disappointment then, right? I think that's fair logic. That's a banger. That's the best one to me. I love calling it an amber aquatic. I don't even know if they classify it as that. I think I kind of just came up with that. The backup bottle. Yeah, I think that was a limited edition for last year too. They do that kind of stuff though. Look, ombre leather. That was an EDP, then a parfum that's still an EDP, then eau d'ombre leather, which changes it a bit, but is an EDT. It happens. I don't know. They don't have release dates. It just says availability, yes. Doesn't have a release date. They typically don't have the release dates. It's usually just, hey, here's new information. I was about to jump all over you. You're lucky I finished reading it. I was about to curse you the fuck out. I'm so sick of that shit. You must have saw the shorts video. You know, people think I'm mad when I do that stuff. Like I even said, people are going to say, why are you so mad? Why are you so negative, roid rage? I'm just having fun. When I purposely choose to acknowledge and respond in video format to a comment, it's because I think what I'm about to do is funny. Even if no one else thinks it's funny at the time, I think it's funny. That's why I'm doing it. It's never malicious. I'm not like even that situation, like the dude wasn't being malicious. He was like, you know, I haven't watched in years. You look a little thin. Of course he doesn't know I'm cutting for a bodybuilding show. But yeah, that's like people want me to be angry. I'm unhinged. I crash out, and none of that. It's none of that. It's never that. Even if I rant on somebody, I'm having fun, you know. But I appreciate you, my man. Yeah, y'all. If y'all want to pick with me, make sure if I don't know you, like no offense, Jeff, I don't know you. There's other people in the chat I know very well. If I don't know you, I don't know if you're picking and playing unless you give me a little signal that you're playing. I'll take it as written. If I don't know you. Like if Jared jokes around or Kara or something, like I know them personally, talk to them off these videos and live streams and everything. So as long as I know there's a sign that we're fucking with each other, I'll play right back. You know, otherwise I'll assume it's malicious and I will respond accordingly. You know, so I appreciate you letting me know, man. Best deal on a discontinued niche limited edition fragrance. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. Your best bet to find it where you'll find a reasonable price is the Zed Lounge on Facebook, George's private group. Happens a lot in there. That's going to be your best bet. If you're going to eBay and these other groups and shit like that, yeah, that they're trying to rip you off. For sure. It's not going to be anywhere close to what they were when we sold them when they were available. I'm sure he would. He's like the king of the designer aquatics, right? That's quite the collection. Or maybe fall in love with it. Smells so good. Hell yeah. Good to see you, sir. Randy, always a pleasure. Pine Coffee fragrance from Imaginary Authors. Hope you're doing well. I am. I hope you're doing well also. Hope you're enjoying the new vehicle. Narcotica Limonada by Claude Deere. He outdid himself. It's the new hype beast, but it's amazing. I've heard it's pretty good. You know, I don't really do anything with Narcotica anymore. I've tried to not crucify them over the years, but I'll tell y'all, I'll tell y'all, there was a time when they were going to send me a new release, and they were like, just, if you don't mind, because we get messages all the time, could you just not tell anybody we sent it to you? Ooh, that was a big no-no for me. So I stopped dealing with them. I'm not going to say their names personally, but yeah, the brand. No, I will never not say when something was sent to me, because you don't want to deal with people asking you for free stuff. That's never going to be okay with me. I've waited a few years to say this, but because people are constantly asking me, and it's like, you know what? Fuck it. Shame on them for saying something like that. I know they didn't mean harm, but that's a no-no. So I was like, okay, I dropped them like a bad habit. I stopped using my affiliate link. I stopped talking to them. I don't support the new creations, even though my guy is creating them. My man, Claude Deere, is the one creating them. I'm sure they're phenomenal. I'm sure they are. But yeah, when that happened, I was like, no, I would never not tell you guys if something was sent to me. I would never. Based on inconvenience for them, for others asking. Just don't read the messages. I do it all the time, and I'm a content creator. I get way more messages than they do. I promise. I promise you. Coach Green and Dylan Blue instead for work, but next time I'll buy one of them. Both good fragrances, especially Dylan Blue. Coach Green's really invigorating. The kiwi in that, it's probably going to be pretty good. Long time no see. I hope you enjoy it. I'm such a fan. I'm such a fan of that one. It will get in the rotation next shave, because I love layering. I never pick them up. Aftershave for Caribbean Islands right here. I never pick them up. Boy, you want to go to orange fragrance, though. Wore that again the other night. Indomitable. It's good stuff. Green Mandarin, if I remember correctly. Another Parfumo. I believe it's Green Mandarin. There's the original. Yep, Green Mandarin and Bergamot. But it's mainly that Green Mandarin that stands. I don't even smell the Bergamot. Yeah, Green Mandarin. I don't think any of them have grapefruit off the top of my head now. I don't remember. Bergamot. Let's see, the Eau de Parfum, Green Mandarin again, and then Profondo Lights. I believe it's the same thing. This is the greenest of them. Yeah, Green Mandarin. So yeah, this is the first one with grapefruit. So that alone should tell you it's going to be a fresher profile. And it's going to be a brighter cypress, because cypress is one of the main notes here as well. Cypress and rosemary are in pretty much all of them, I think. Yeah, cypress, rosemary on lights. The original, you got the rosemary, but not the cypress. You don't have it on the Parfum. And then cypress and rosemary on the original. So, and then you got cypress on that new EDT. So it's a real flanker. It's like they're doing it right. Based on what I'm reading, I feel like my assumption is going to be pretty fucking spot on. I'm confident going into it. What I said it's probably going to be, it's probably going to be. Every product on the planet is a cash grab. This was 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 a cash grab. Everything behind me was a cash grab. My earrings were cash grabs. My watch was a cash grab. Hell, my tattoos are a cash grab. Everything's to make money in this world, my man. Uninspired is what you're looking for. It was an uninspired release. Like, they didn't really try here. That's what I know people mean when they say cash grab, but I'm very logical and literal. You know what I mean? Cash grab, everything's a fucking cash grab. Everything I'm using to talk to you right now is a cash grab. It's a product made to make money. I'm going to. I totally will. I mean, it's what I do, though, right? I do, too. I've got all of them. Of course I'm going to get it, you know? Acqua di Gio, absolute. It's kind of becoming a cult classic at this stage, you know? In the flesh. Well, I can find out. I see we got the Nigerian Giant. I'm just not that far down in the chat yet. Go to channel. This is the real I smell, Randy. This is the real I smell. Yes. I clicked his name and click go to channel. We're gonna have to talk about that later. We're in the middle of a topic. That's the after the topic type of stuff where we just talk about whatever. So let me skip on down a little bit. No, you're good. You're good. I'm just saying, like the LOLs and stuff like that. This little indicator's like, hey, I'm fucking with you. You know, because I look. That's how I'll get to know you and know that you're game for that kind of stuff. And I'll pick on you randomly when I see you in the future. That's what that means. Like, I want to know who I can and can't pick with, because some people get the little feelings hurt in my live chat. This is the main place to get your feelings hurt on my channel. This is on my live chats. And some people very much do. Christine, good to see you. Net Pair Jam. Listening as I finish up work, I came across a vlog video. Yeah, I saw you had commented on it. That was 2019 when I actually went to Sin Explorer, the very first one. I looked a bit different then, didn't I? I was much fatter, for sure. So, yeah, Zed Lounge is definitely going to be the spot. Ooh, that's some good ones. That's definitely some good ones. No. He didn't mean anything malicious. I was too. Which one would take for the summer and Mephisto? Ooh, both. I can't choose between that. So I'm going to skip on down a little bit. Hope you enjoy it, my man. Yeah, hell yeah, that's a tough choice. Here we go. Smells like my new fragrance. That's what it smells like. Actually, I haven't been wearing much. Here and there. Lately, I've been wearing stuff. Like I wore Indomitable the other day. Maybe once every 2 weeks I spray something. But there is the Nigerian giant Omos. Wearing Thomas Kosmala number 8 Sport. Did you mean number 4 Sport? Because I'm not familiar with number 8 Sport. Are you back from Vegas yet? My man was doing, even though he wasn't on the card for either night, he was doing all kinds of fucking events. That's a busy ass dude. Let's see. Kosmala. Let me just type in sport and see what all comes up. So I think he meant number 4. Unless it's just not on the site. Because I've never heard of number 8. Number 8 sport. Oh, no, Kosmala. Number 8 tonic there. Vert, as us Americans would say, but tonic there. I'm sure you meant number 4 sport. I have number 4 sport. It's pretty good. I haven't worn it in a long time, though. All right, we're scrolling down. Ooh, good one. The green bottle. Yeah, slept on. I'm proud of you. I'm glad you gave that a shot. Yes, 100%. Yeah. It didn't need to be a release. Profondo EDT, I agree. I agree completely. But I'm still going to give it a shot. And, you know, I believe my expectation is going to be pretty accurate to what it's going to be. You have a good one, my man. Thanks for coming to stop by. No. You know how much shit came out since that last year? Oh, my God. No, I cannot. You didn't think that one through. You're like, oh, this would be a quick answer. Fuck no. That's a loaded, so loaded question. Oh, God. I'd have to dedicate a stream to that, and it would be 2 hours in itself. The grooming balm, that's George's best product. I think so. I'm still what? What's up, Lion's Pride? Italian Love. That's my favorite one besides the O Intense. Rindy grapefruit over woods and musk. I get a lot of the patchouli too. I definitely get the patchouli. Kosmala number 10. I have not. Did you like it? Too feminine. I thought you meant number 4. And you're back in Florida. Okay, cool. Cool, man. Cool. I had a feeling. Did you have fun? You looked like you were having fun from all your posts. Me, myself, and myself EDP. That's what I'm putting down. There you go. He almost killed somebody, too, when he ran into that wall. Yeah, it was. It was a wild weekend. I don't get rid of fragrances. Very rare. Very rare. They don't go bad like you think. They don't. I got 30, 40-year-old bottles that are still fine. If they have citrus to sour, citrus will sour a little bit in the top, but that'll be gone in a couple of minutes. Coco Loco. Good stuff. Have you tried Ace of Spades? No, sir, I haven't. Go all through recent videos. Oh, God. That take a long-ass time. I get a lot of releases. Good to see you, Darren. Diptyque Hesperides. Never tried that one. But let's go ahead and dive into another one, shall we? Let's close that. Let's go into Joop Homme Eau de Parfum Intense. Let me click home, I guess, because clicking back was just not good enough. So they have probably next to nothing on information because they just dropped this on their Instagram like an hour, 2 hours ago. Yeah, they don't have shit yet. See what I'm saying about they're the first to drop it? Like as soon as they get a green light and the brand's not going to be mad at them and they say they can do it, they do it. And usually they'll post, updates to come later or something like that. Full notes added. They'll make a post whenever that comes. Let me go to their Instagram. I'm telling you guys, follow their Instagram. That's where you're going to get the. Oh, Marcus, you son of a bitch. Marcus got his already. Shout outs to Marcus for the link, but that's the new Action Bronson 990 V6 is the Amazonias. You bastard. Yours came in before me. Mine hasn't even shipped yet. First thing on my feeds, Marcus. Rubbing it in my face. That's what Marcus's posts are. They rub it in my face. God, that was a fly. They're less pink than I thought, though. That was a fly, though. Anyways, back to what I was doing. iFragrance. So, yep, loading. This was 5 hours ago. Then a review on Frag Lover's Tea. So they haven't added the notes yet. All right. Well, I guess we have not a whole lot to talk about here. We can just look at the bottle. There's the bottle in the packaging. It's going to be better than the original. That I can assume safely because the original is just a chemical mess to me because it's not what it was. Like new versions of it is just like the cheapest, most synthetic smelling, sticky sweet, just crazy over the top sweet fragrance. I don't like that. I just have it to talk about fragrances I don't like on occasion. But the EDP, the Parfum, especially the Le Parfum, the Absolute's really good. Homme Ice is really good. Like they got several all the flankers are better than the original. I bet this is going to be a pretty good one. Unfortunate we don't really have anything to talk about with it though. Well, let's go to the new Lacoste fragrance. This will make Randy very happy. Randy's a big Lacoste fan. Silver Gray, L.12.12 Silver Gray. Discover the latest Lacoste fragrance, L.12.12 Silver Gray for Men, a masculine woody fougere fragrance that impeccably fuses the aromatic notes of lavender and geranium with frankincense extract, revitalized by subtle tones of tangerine. My ears perked up for tangerine. Through the base, the warmth of cedarwood and ambroxan. Join forces to unveil a woody signature that's hard to resist. Finished in silvery metallic, the new fragrance pays tribute to the steel tennis racket invented by René Lacoste, and the scent masterfully complements the signature collection. Frankincense and tangerine, energizing smoky blast. So smoky tangerine in the top. That intrigues me. And it's a fougere, lavender, geranium, ambroxan, vetiver. Depth and texture to composition, heart notes, vitalizing aromatic touch. I think this is going to be good. I think it's going to be similar to some things, but not exactly any one thing. Like it's going to be a particular fougere that'll kind of remind you of certain other fougeres, but it's not quite these other fougeres. It's still its own thing based on that note pyramid. Because how often do you get frankincense and tangerine as the top? I don't recall ever seeing that. And if it stands out as smoky tangerine to start the fragrance, that sounds pretty fucking cool to me. I mean, we got smoky sweet orange and clementine with signature citrine, but clementine's very limey and sweet orange is sweet orange. They're not tangerine. Tangerine's a more distinctive juicy fruit smell in the orange kind of family, but it's still not that zesty orange smell. Thoughts? Let's weigh in on this one. Let me know what you guys think. All right, where was I? It was a blast. Yeah, you look like you were having a good time. Got to bring you out to Mania. Well, if it wasn't deep into prep right now, I could have went. Now, next year, I'm not competing next year. I'm waiting till spring, summer of 2027. I'm taking a year and a half off to grow. So I won't be going into contest prep mania season like I did this year and last year, because mania is right when I'm getting deep into prep. So it's like, doesn't make sense. I have to eat I'd have to fly with an ice chest full of food. That's just not going to happen. So next year I could go. Next year I could go. 2. I got one in 31 days and then another one 4 weeks after that. Paragon to a hockey game last night, and it's just so good. It has to be easily in my top 5 all-time scent profiles. You're my MVP today, Jay. Salvatore Ferragamo Acqua di Blue. And I'll include vintage radio in that too because it's so damn close. Oh, okay. Because I was about to say it has a lot less pink. So it's not the Amazonias. Because it's only got little subtle pink in the eye stays I saw. That's what I was like, damn, those are still fresh, but that's less pink than I thought. We'll look at what I ordered. Oh, yeah, they're wildly different. Yeah, it's a lot more pink. Yeah, okay, yeah. Different color blocking totally. These are more vibrant and bright. Never mind. Still rubbing in my face. I don't have those. You know, I love the 990 V6. That's my jam. And I've never been able to get any of the Baklavas, his collabs on the 990s. I just got those one of the 2. I don't have the Rose Waters from last year. I got the Lapis Azules, or whatever they're called, the blue ones. Yeah, they worded that wrong. I bit into it too. I went to look up the notes. I was like, that's not part of the Boss Descent line. I was like, I didn't know we had a new Boss Descent. I bit on that too. He is much bigger than Brock, yeah, and Brock's a massive human. We just talked about it, but I know I'm behind in the chat a little bit. Just a little bit. We literally just talked about it. Poop isn't good. I mean, you. Yeah, it's a silvery metallic. I do like the Lacoste bottles. More like the 80s when it came out, right? But it's been through so many formulas since the 80s. That's fair. Either bangers or like, slightly better than average. That makes sense. I loved it back in the day. I thought about getting a bottle for nostalgia. I bet it's not going to be exactly like you remember it. High hopes for this one. The note break that. Yeah, Smoky Tangerine really sets it apart to me. Aventus Realm. Yeah, but still, it's tangerine versus like even Aventus Cologne's like orange and stuff like that. Again, it's not going to be acidic like orange. Tangerine's not acidic like that. And then, of course, no pineapple and apple of regular Aventus, or bergamot. But, I mean, it could. You never know. It very much could. Might be a twist on it. You never know. Oh, Fresh and Oh Intense are my 2 favorites. Yeah, I agree. That's true. It is in New Orleans next year. That's going to be just a drive for me. I won't even have to fly. Yeah, Musk is the one I'm most excited about. Seraphim Musk. That's the next one. Seraphim Musk. Coos is the better of a fragrance. It's going to be later. It's going to be more fall. Yeah, for sure. Ferragamo's got a bunch of really good fragrances, and they're all pretty affordable too. See, they look kind of generic to me, Devin Booker shoes. Like the Ja 3, now we're talking personality. And then we got news today the KD6s are coming back in a couple of cool colorways. So thought the original was a parfum. Is it an eau de parfum? $2019. Doesn't say. It doesn't say. Damn. Lone Star Vol has been a while. Hope you're doing well, sir. We're in business over pleasure. Right on. Hello, Jordan. How are you? Summer hits. Some are just okay. I don't think they really have a lot of misses. But, I mean, that's my own perception of it. Some of you may feel like they got some that are total trash, you know? A couple of them that are like magnetic. The blue bottle's like, generic. Regular L.12.12 Eau Fresh, that limoncello and everything. Not the Blanc Eau Fresh, the regular Eau Fresh, the like lime green yellow bottle. That's fire. I got a bottle of that. That's fire. That's great on a super hot day. It doesn't perform like crazy, but it's really good. You might be right. I could see where you're coming from. It's got a possibility of it being something like that. Yeah, Eau Fresh and Eau Intense. Blanc Eau Fresh and Blanc Eau Intense. That's my two favorites. They're way better than the EDP and the original, I think. The original's great. It's an icon at this point in the community, but it spawned the flankers, the Blanc flankers we got. But I mean, that's the best ones, man. Eau Intense and Eau Fresh. Good to see you, Rafe. H24 EDP, nice and oak moss dominant. I like that. All of them are good. The EDP smells like Coach Blue meets Y EDP or Y EDT with just a little touch of the original Blanc EDT. It's kind of redundant to those. It's still good if you don't have those, but it's redundant if you have those. Ooh, I would recommend our Moth Club de Nuit Lionheart. It's so peppermint forward that it freshens it up a lot. I think you can wear that one in the summer. I'm going to wear it this summer. It's way fresher. It's so much peppermint, like peppermint candy, like the little individually wrapped peppermint candies. That kind of like crazy breath freshening peppermint. Yeah. Good to see you, sir. Autre Fresh. I wish I had it. That's one of the ones I don't have. I kept sleeping on it, and like bottles would pop up on eBay where it was like, that's reasonable enough. 140, 150 for the big bottle, 4.2 ounce bottles. And I'm like, now they're much higher than that. I waited too damn long. It was like 2 years ago or so. I was really looking at them. Let's see what they're going for now. There we go. 75 ml tester for 100. Is it full? Not quite full. It says new. So that's full. Something. Never mind. I mean, I'm 1,599.3% positive feedback. I'll add you to the watch list. Shit, I'm glad we talked about this. I might yeah, might have to get that. Shit. Because all I need is that 75 ml. I don't need the 4.2. We got another one's 165, 170. And these are 75 ml sealed with the box, 170. It's really not that bad considering. Got a 200 ml for 169 sealed. Well, it's really, so there was a moment when they were over 200. Apparently the world is kind of, I realize they're not moving because these are actually kind of reasonable. It's not outrageous. See, now we're getting up there in 200. Certain ones. I'm going to 225 for the gift set. Autre Fresh with a little mini. 400 for the 5 ounce. So One Life Luxuries 4 is smoking fucking crack. Yeah, you got great feedback, but you damn sure don't sell a lot of bottles of that. 5 ounce for 500. We're getting to the stupid people now. Let's go ahead and back out of that. We're getting to the dumbasses that think they're selling a gold brick. God. Good to see you. Did heed your warning and went and sampled French Defense now on a bottle. But that's the way to do it, though. You don't want to blind buy that expensive ass thing just because, you hear me and Dedrick and people like that rave about it. You may not feel that way, but that and Mentor as well. I believe if you sample, you need to have it in your head that there's a real possibility that you might end up wanting one of those expensive ass bottles because you sample it and you're like, holy shit, this is that good. So you gotta be wary of that. I go all the time. They never have fragrances that I don't already have that I would be interested in. You got to understand, I've been doing rack store videos for years, and if they're not putting new shit that I don't already buy online, there's nothing for me to buy. There's no footage that, like, there's no reason to make a video out of it unless I'm going to, well, here's what they had, guys. I didn't buy nothing. That's what the video would be. It'd be, a third of the time in length for the video for me to just peruse and do a voiceover because of the copyrighted music and tell you here's, but thumbs up, thumbs down on stuff, but I have it. Any of the stuff that I would consider worth checking out, that's why you don't really see them anymore from me. Kind of waiting on a reset. The crazy finds aren't really there anymore. Now it's cool that like Burlington's are getting a lot of Lattafa stuff, but it's always shit I've already had for a while, I go to Burlington and Ross. I have a Burlington and a Ross, a 5-minute walk away from me, from my doorstep. I say 5. Within 10 minutes, I can be in Burlington's door. Another 2 to 3 minutes, because Ross is further down that strip. I could be at Ross on foot from my doorstep, and I live on the 3rd floor. That's how close. I go all the time. We went yesterday. We went to Ross yesterday. Now's the time for any sneakerheads to go to Ross Dress for Less. Because Nike has dumped crazy amounts of stock. I got some Air Max 1s yesterday. I grabbed some more Air Max DNs. Some shit popping. LeBrons. They didn't have the sizes I wanted in those LeBron 21s I saw. It's kind of pearl colored ones. Wish they would have had my size. They've been having some shit. They have. There's been some cool stuff sneaker-wise. But fragrance-wise, I got all the shit that I would deem worth even spending any money on. That's the downside. Yeah, I'm going to get it. It interests me. Fighting for my life not to get a hold of Mentor. I'm shocked you don't have it yet, knowing you. At least on Magellan, cool to see them getting niche stuff. I've seen Under the Lemon Tree at TJ Maxx before when I lived in Colorado. And we got Velvet Vanilla from Mancera at that same TJ Maxx. What other Mancera? I bought Silver Mountain Water at the Marshalls in Colorado. I could have got like $20-$30 cheaper online, but it was like, fuck, how often do I find Creed at Marshalls? It was in a glass case. It was legit. And it's my bottle of Silver Mountain Water. I paid $2.50 for it. I could have got it for $2.20. So I could get it right there and now. It was worth the $30 more to me. People criticize me. Oh, you paid too much. Do you not understand the idea of, holy shit, I can't believe I found a boxed Creed fragrance that I was actually interested in getting. I'm willing to pay a little more to buy it right then, there, and now. Make a, fun video out of it. Guess what? I made more than the $30 difference on ad revenue as well. Nobody ever considers the ad revenue. Commenters, viewers. I don't mean you guys. There's a lot of smart ones out there. A lot of sharp cats that watch videos on YouTube. I don't just mean in this community either. Ooh. I honestly, and this isn't the fun answer, but this is my honest answer, the original. So you can understand the DNA. And so when you explore the flankers, you'll know what ties to the original and what doesn't, what's just in a Boss bottle. The original Boss bottle from 96. That warm apple pie, sharp woods and apple pie. Gray suit. I've always called it the gray suit fragrance. I used to love wearing that with my gray suit when I was working at Mercedes. Not yet. I'm going to buy a bottle when they're at the discounters. That's why I'm just kind of staying away from it. I've seen Randy talking about it, and I hurry up and scroll past the content because I don't want to know what he thinks. I did like the Vasa Fitnesses, the two that I went back and forth to in Colorado Springs, but they were always packed, but they were massive commercial gyms, though. They had everything. Gigantic saunas, too. But I like the atmospheres and the friends I've made here at the two gyms I go to here. Like I saw a lot of the regulars today when we went through legs, aside from just my coach, it's some pros that I'm friends with, some other amateurs that I'm friends with. The wife's been working out with me for over a month now. She's been training, getting in better shape. And she got to meet some of the women wellness competitors that I'm friends with that are like Allison's freakishly strong. She was mesmerized by Allison doing single leg press, how much weight she was doing. It was like, fuck, that's more than I can do, honestly. She's strong as fuck. On a single leg, especially while I'm cutting, yeah. Like I'd have trouble doing what she was doing. But she's got massive legs. She's an enhanced seasoned wellness competitor. She's strong as fuck. So yeah, man, it's been fun. I've met a lot of cool people since I've been here in the fitness community that compete. So that alone makes me lean to here. In my hometown, that's its own little world. There ain't no place like my home gym back at home. But here, I had a couple of friends I made at the gyms, the Vassas out, because I was a Vasa Fitness member when I was in Colorado Springs. They had 2 of them. And certain days I wanted to go to one or the other, but they were always packed. Oh, they were always packed. Opie looks like I was behind. Oop, looks like I was behind again. That shit happens, man. I get behind easy. Johnny, good to see you, sir. Been a while. Nothing like warm apple pie. Now, how many of you are catching the American Pie reference right there? Which I saw we're getting American Funeral. Stifler's mom died. Yes, please. On top of Happy Gilmore, finally some movies I give a shit to watch. American Funeral and Happy Gilmore 2. Yay. Absolutely. If you're in the wedding party or closely related, absolutely. I mean, I'm going May 11th. I'll be in New Orleans, hot as hell, in a courtyard for my brother's wedding, standing in the wedding. So wearing a black suit. Yep. I want to get some new double monk straps. I got some black wingtip Cole Haans if I want to go comfort. In fact, I'm going to Men's Warehouse next week. I'm trying to wait as far into the cut as I can to buy the suit because I don't want to, I want to make sure I got a little bit of room. I don't want it to fit. That way, after prep, I can still fit the damn thing. And if I need to let it out a little bit, I can get it retailored. But like the length and the taper by the calf to ankle, all that's going to be fine. Quads I'll need a little bit of room in the quads because my quads will blow up again in the off season. But like my shoulders are broad. Obviously, I'm not going to need any shoulder pads and stuff like that. But point is, yeah, I'll be wearing a black suit. So, but I've been debating on getting some new double monk straps while I'm there. If something catches my eye, I might grab them. Bought a new Gucci belt for the occasion. Gave me an excuse. I've been meaning to. Ever since I borrowed George's for the launch party for the first XXX when he did the launch party in Chicago a couple years ago, I borrowed one of his Gucci belts, and I was like, man, I love this. I love this buckle, the double G. I'm gonna buy one eventually. Now, finally got a reason to, so I bought a Gucci belt. All time, I would say Abercrombie and Fitch First Instinct Blue. All time. That's the one I've worn the most. Many times over. Yeah. Sicily. Also bought Vibrant Vetiver Delight. That's a good one. Smells like Sprite. Ooh, I bought 7-Up Tropical. This is 0 sugar. I bought 2 12-packs of that today while we were at Walmart. I saw that. I was like, ooh, if it's anything like the Tropical Sprite, it's going to taste like Skittles. So, hell yeah. Can you tell I like Skittles? We talk about Skittles a lot on this channel. Skittles fan. My wife's got a big thing of Skittles I can't touch. She collects snacks that she never eats. She's not a big snack person, but when she wants something, it's there. She's that person. So she don't like snack every day or anything, but she's got, I call it the snack collection. The shit ends up going bad. I'm glad you enjoy it. It's good stuff. It really is. That's one that I don't feel like I need Bald to Freak from Byredo because that's what it's duping. Oh, Eros Energy is so good. Eros Energy is so good. I don't care what anybody says. That's a great fragrance. Polo Blue EDT. Just relax the house. I think you mentioned that in the Sin of the Day shorts too, man. Good for you. That's iconic right there. That's popular like that used to be popular like Sauvage got popular. That was the fuckboy fragrance, remember? Because Sauvage is now. But I stand on put respect on Polo Blue EDT's name. I'm that guy when it comes to Polo Blue EDT. It don't last for shit, but boy, while you can smell it, it's amazing. It's like a 3-hour fragrance for me. But it's amazing. I think it's an iconic scent. I'm getting there. I'm definitely getting there. Have you seen the film? Oh, Magazine Dreams, not yet. No, I do want to watch that. Speaking of movies I want to watch. I do want to watch this bodybuilding movie. Artisan Pure? Probably. That's a pretty safe fragrance. I almost bought them. They had them in a size 8. I could go half size down in most Retro J's. I almost bought them. But I was like, do I need them? I've been buying a lot of stuff. Am I even going to wear the damn things? Like, I got several pairs of 2s that I hardly touch, like UNC low 2s and stuff. It's like, I don't wear those enough. Like, I'm just buying it just to buy it. But they've been having some dope shit. Depending on your size, they got Jordan. Like I saw Cool Gray 6s in a size 13. I've seen several pairs. I saw the Amamaniere 4s, the beige colored ones, in a size 11.5. I saw those. That's wild because I saw other people online finding them, and I came across them. And I was like, wow. That's one of the few Amamaniere collabs that I really like that I didn't purchase. And it was like, man, if I could have found those even close to my size, like I'd have even went full size up to just grab those for like 60. I think there was 60 or 70 or 80. I think there was 75. I think there were 75. That's crazy. Yeah, Aero Synergy is amazing. End of the month. End of the month. That and Bazan are shipping into the month, just like he said. Just like he told you. It's so good. Hell yeah, man. A lot of people have bought that on my recommendation. The overwhelming majority have enjoyed it. It's unique for a blue. It's got elements of other blues, but it's definitely its own thing. Show the belt. Oh, I'm not going to grab that out right now. It's two-sided though. I made sure to get reversible. It's got two buckles too. It's got the silver double G and then the matte black double G. I bought a little kit. Basically, is how you could look at it, and it's tumbled black leather on one side, brown tumbled leather on the other. It's not a smooth leather. Smooth leather is really the way to go for weddings, but I really like the belt to wear for more than just the wedding. So Herbal Aquatic is amazing. Absolutely top 3 from Montal for me. Better than Herbapora. Ben, what's going on, my guy? Long time no see. I would love to see a Waterboy sequel. Love that movie. I've seen it. I can't even tell you how many times, man. Yeah, like just not overweight, don't snack all the time, but has a bunch of snacks. It's almost like it's just to torment me. Which I don't crave snacks the way I did last year. It's been a very different prep. Scoop the Side Bourbon. Can't wait on that one. It's good stuff. If you like sweet designers, you'll like that. It needed to happen. I just didn't like the finish. That I did like. And then the promo on Raw where they recruited Braun Breaker, and there's more to come. I think it's going to be a modern evolution. It's going to be like a reimagining of Evolution. Or I've heard like Bully Ray was talking about the Dangerous Alliance on Busted Open today. And that makes sense too, because if they add, like his argument was Medusa, could be Becky Lynch, you know, because they had Medusa in the Dangerous Alliance. So that makes sense. Because Becky turning heel, it's like, why not? Because her last heel turn was like she made the best of it, but it was what it was. Whereas I could see her joining with her husband. That would make more sense. Like they could be a real dominant faction like the Bloodline was. This could be a new story similar to just Bloodline dominance. I'd be down with it. Need to bounce. Have a good evening. You have a good evening. Thanks for coming hang with us. Opnon Supremacy Collector's Edition. Hope I like it. Waiting for it. That was my favorite affordable release last year. It's more clone with a twist or inspired by. When it comes to just like straight up clone, Liquid Broom was the best of the year. But, you know, for sub $40, that's pretty freaking hard to beat, man. You can wear that every day. It's so good. It's so good. I love it. The secret stashes. Oh, she don't hide them from me because I don't go digging. They're there. If I wanted to cheat on my diet, I could, but I don't because there's no need to. My cheating, which I'm supposed to have with like my last meal is supposed to be just 2 scoops of protein and a tablespoon of almond butter. I'll have 2 tablespoons of peanut butter instead. That's the extent of my cheating. And I actually eat one less meal. I eat 5 meals instead of 6 on training days. I'm supposed to eat 6. I only eat 5. Because I just can't make myself do 2. While I'm cutting, I can't make myself do 2 meals before I train. So I just do the 1. I don't have the appetite for it in the morning like I did when I was bulking. Sphinx has a new fragrance. Night on the Nile. Well, it'll end up in my mailbox at some point. Mo will send it to me. So I'm not going to look at it. I'm going to just it can be the guessing game when I get it. Night on the Nile, though. I like the name. Welcome, sir. My coach always told me to cheat at first. I never did and then realized that he was doing it for a reason. What was his reasoning? To test you? Because, like, I take it upon myself to do a high carb day once in a while because I don't have a high carb day in my plan. I have a consistent meal plan, and I have carbs every day. That's why I haven't been really all that flat. I've stayed relatively full, But once in a while, like if I'm feeling really flat, I'll have that instead of a sixth meal, I'll just have more rice that day, or I'll add a little bit more oats and blueberries to my breakfast, my pre-workout meal, basically. Instead of doing 50 grams of oats and 60 grams of blueberries, I might do 75, 80 grams of blueberries and 70 grams of oats, which I love my oats and blueberries. I definitely do. I think they're doing something else with Cross. That shoot promo he cut over the weekend was really freaking good. Yeah, but you're also doing heaping scoops of not real peanut butter. I do Smuckers where it's running off the spoon like a tablespoon's an actual tablespoon because it's running off. There's no like Jif or Skippy or any of that shit where you can make a scoop this big that sits on. That's full of rapeseed oil and flaxseed oil. That's not real peanut butter. Smuckers. The only ingredients, peanuts and salt. And it naturally separates from oil. See pictures of me and tell me to cheat. Oh, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. And see, in the off season, I was eating too much peanut butter. I was eating a jar like every 2 days. I was like, well, it's better than candy. No, it's just fuckloads of fat. I was just telling myself that. And look, I could have stayed leaner. I got to like 17, 18% body fat when I could have stayed 10 or 11. And I'm going to stay 10 or 11 this next time. We're staying with obliques popping in the off season this next time. I have a coach, not a personal trainer. I have a coach. There's a difference. I have a bodybuilding coach. Specifically for competitive bodybuilding. Diet, nutrition, protocols, supplementation, training regimen, everything. It's not the same. There's fat personal trainers. You know what I mean? Like there's personal trainers that work for a gym that it's like, you're a personal trainer? Shouldn't you figure out how to be in shape first before you tell me how to be in shape? Like, should go walk. Instead of our session, how about you work out? Instead of training me, how about you work out? Underweight. Can't find the motivation. See, motivation is going to be a big part of it. You got to want it. You got to want to do it. If you don't want to do it, you're not going to do it. So it's kind of a marketing ploy because you're getting amino acids in all your whole proteins. You get a full amino acid profile. If you use and supplement a whey isolate protein, that's a full amino acid profile. BCAAs is just marketing waste of money. You don't need it. Essential amino acids, EAAs, are a little bit better, but even then, you don't really need that if you're eating your protein from Whole Foods and you're getting a whey isolate substitute once a day, like a post-workout shake or something. You really don't need it. It's just waste of money. Creed Original Vetiver is freaking amazing. What a classy fragrance. Had a cheat day once a week. Didn't go crazy. Protein pancakes. Yeah, I like the Kodiak protein pancakes. With pure date syrup. And see, I do the fake syrup when I do it, which has been months. It's been a couple of months since I had them. But I do the sugar-free maple syrup. That shit ain't syrup. It's not real. All natural peanut butter was my favorite cheat meal. Yeah, I like the skip Smuckers, man. Real peanut butter. Yeah, natural peanut butter. It's the way to go. Acqua di Parma Colonia, an absolute classic. Good to see you, Duncan. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I work with John year round. I switched from Lacey after the show last year because I got to know John all through the first year of me living here, and I had my mind made up. He's a big sneakerhead. You know, it's Filipino. My wife's half Filipino. Like, we got a lot of cool stuff in common. That's my guy, and he's a really good coach, a winning coach. So all the tangibles were there for us. Like, yeah, I need to be with John. And he's here. I see him all the time. I talk to him every day. He watches the sneaker channel, big sneaker. He's wearing the SB Navy 4s today. We walked into the posing class, posing session we do Sunday. He's like, you got them too? You got them on too? And I looked down, he was wearing them. Motherfucker. He's like my buddy Kalen. He's got the backdoor brother-in-law deal. He's been having the rare Air Force for like 2 months. Shit don't come out till like July. He's been having them since before spring. So yeah, he's waiting on the shattered backboards. He's gonna have them way early. He will. Good to see you, sir. Trying for Bacchus. Clear juice. Anyone seen that pretty orange? He must have changed it because it's naturally orange. Unless he dyed it. Yeah, Whole Foods is the way to go. If you can get every meal with it, but post-workout, if you want to get it in quick, because like I have to have my protein before I even leave the parking lot. Like I have it, I wash my hands, and right outside the locker room, I cannonball my 2 scoops of protein. I've been slacking on my rice checks. I just have the protein post-workout because I'm gonna have rice and pinto beans and chicken with some peppers and onions and some olive oil, like within an hour. So like I'm gonna just have a little extra of that. I'd rather have those carbs than the dry rice checks, which I don't mind, but it's like I'd just rather have the beans and the rice. A little bit more of those, 20 grams more of this, 30 more grams of that to get the same 40 grams of carbs. And it's fibrous carbs and rice. So I just do that. That's my substitute. It works for me. I'm way ahead of the game. From last year, way ahead of the game. At the hospital, a coworker was a bodybuilder. Yeah, crazy demand. Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. When you're in prep, everything's very specific. That's why 2 hours, no matter what, we're shutting this down because I got a meal to eat. Absolutely. 6 ounces of lean beef and 1 cup of green veggies with 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. Ate rice on it. Yeah, rice is standard stuff. You got jasmine rice. That is the carb of choice. The bodybuilding carb of choice. Always eat real food. Yeah. Look, I get that in a pinch, but you can always take some oats with you and 2 scoops of whey isolate, or you get one of those shaker bottles that you can keep another additional 2 scoops under that. Because if you're on the go, you don't have time to bring meal prep food with you and get to a microwave and shit like that. That's where the whey isolate will come in handy. You don't want meal replacement powders. There's a lot of fillers and shit you don't need, depending on your nutrition goals and what your regimen looks like, what you're actually doing. But yeah, leucine for sure. I agree. What do I believe? I believe they are fragrances. The signature line. What do you mean? I don't know any of them as a specific signature line. Do you mean like the Amber Oud line? Because I don't know. I'm not familiar. Well, thank you, Spencer. I sure appreciate that. I appreciate that, my guy. Neo, nice and green and citric. Hawas Ice and Invictus Parfum coming in tomorrow. Is either one good for the office? I would say probably Invictus Parfum's the better of the 2 for the office, but they're both going to be fine. I would be easy on the sprays if you're in an office setting, though. Start light, and you'll figure out how much you can dial it up in future wearings after that. Maybe keep it with you because they're both really strong, especially Hawas Ice. That's a freaking monster, man. Injectable amino acids. To notice more growth in those areas if you're not doing it professional. Not even worry about that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's very, very different. That's very specific advice for not, but maybe 1 or 2 people that's watching this currently. A lot of fragrances are good for the office if you aren't overspraying. Totally agree. I totally agree. Clear orange. So it's not clear if it's orange, and it's not orange if it's clear. Shiny gold cap, pretty recent banishment holder, very red, almost like this. So that macerated. Over time, it turns like that burnt red color because mine started out orange, and over a year, 2 years, it got really dark. It just naturally matures that way. I think you just mean it's a lighter color orange than your last bottle, which this bottle is going to turn like that over time too, because he hasn't reformulated them, not that I'm aware of. Good to see you, sir. Club de Nuit Sillage and Precious Treasure. Hell yeah. I try not to eat carbs before bed. Like pretty much lately, it's just been 2 scoops of protein. I'll have my last meal around 8-ish, 7:30, 8 o'clock, which is the next meal. Because like I said, I'm only doing 5, but the shake, let's say a shake, it's just 2 scoops in water. That counts as a meal for me. So I technically have 2 meals left. but the next meal is still going to have some carbs and some fat in it, whereas it's just basically whey isolate protein and water, the last meal. Power blend, flaxseed and China seeds. It's like a smoothie, so good. Happy to send you a picture via Instagram of what? Oh, well, yeah. What am I tell you that I'm not telling you now? If you send me a picture. Yep, that's pretty much what I thought. Seriously, like, there's no point in sending me the picture based on how you're describing it. Dehydrated food. I've never been one to eat the dehydrated food. I know that's a thing. Buckle having like 5 minutes to eat 2 meals and having to absolutely vacuum it down. Oh God, I bet that was terrible. I saw the bottle, bought it right away. Luckily, it turned out to be a successful blind buy. What? So, counter question. Why don't you want to order from 2 of the best websites to order from in North America that just happen to be in your country? What the fuck do you need other places for? This is a real question. 90% of the stuff I buy comes from Fragrance Buy. What? And you don't like Joma Shop because they're slow as shit, for one thing. That's why I call them Sloma Shop. So Fragrance Net, you know, I don't know if Aura Fragrance ships to Canada, or Olfactory Factory. Those are reliable. I don't know if they ship to Canada. I can't imagine they don't. But it's like, man, you got domestic with Perfume Online and Fragrance Buy. What more do you need? Seriously, especially with Fragrance Buy. Their inventory, they restock all the time. They're very competitive with their prices. Like they're top 3. Number 1 to me, and it's not just because I'm an affiliate. They were number 1 to me before I was an affiliate. So I feel like you didn't even need to type this. I really don't know why. I'm dead serious. I'm not trying to be mean to you or anything. I'm dead serious. Like, what the fuck are you not getting that you need beyond those 2, let alone if you add like Fragrance Net into the mix or something like that? I'm dead serious. Like, I'm curious. Please tell me. Like, me putting it this way, you're like, you know what? You're right. I'm right. But there's a reason you mentioned it. And I'm very curious. Like, what, are you having an issue with them? Because I feel like you would have said you were having issues because you said you're having issues with Joma Shop, but not the other 2. And the other 2 are just great to buy from. And they're domestic for you. They're international for me. Because even though we're on the same continent, it's different countries. They're domestic for you. I don't understand your issue. Eye of Round. Cheapest cut of steak with the most protein. We mentioned the same ones. Yeah, I'll be damned. Light orange. Language barrier. Does it smell similar? Because, I mean, it's not going to be as rich as the well-macerated one over time. Just enjoy your fragrance, man. Just spray it and enjoy it. Don't overcomplicate things. Just spray it and enjoy it. Oh, shut the fuck up, Spencer. Always trolling with that shit. Shut the fuck up, Spencer. Hugo Boss from EDT. Good to see you, sir. I was being serious. Like, I'm sure the way I'm saying it, that somebody could get mad at me. Like, I'm not trying to be mean. Yeah, like, you got 2 of the best right there in your I want to say neck of the woods. You might be many, many hours away from them, but it's domestic for you. Like, most of us here buy from Fragrance Buy regularly. I know I sure as shit do. It's those 6 fragrances I listed earlier. That's what I bought from them. Like, you should see my list of orders. It ain't shit they send me. It's shit I buy. So, yeah, shut up, Spencer. I mean well. I come off a little rough and harsh sometimes. It's just me. I mean well, I promise. I haven't tried it. I actually don't have any thoughts on it. No, I can't weigh in. I have 0 experience with it. I've heard of it. I've been asked about it before. I've never tried it. I don't own anything Zamaya. I'm sorry, man. So we're an hour and 34 minutes. We still got 112 in the chat. We've had a few leave because, I mean, the topic ended, so now we're basically down to the core. Good. You're at the right stream then. Thin-skinned motherfuckers don't last around here. I appreciate that. It smells like a 50-cent fragrance, Duncan. Take a barbershop fougere aromatic and make it smell like it's a 50-cent fragrance. Cuba Prestige Black. I've been shitting on that fragrance for years. That's why Spencer's talking shit saying that. That's why he's giving me a hard time. You might like it. I like shitting on it. That's one of the fragrances I actually take a lot of joy in shitting on. Man, a lot of weight in my back. A lot of my weight back after a nerve injury in my elbow. Oof. My original progress, but you've inspired me to get locked back in with my diet and training. Hell yeah, man. Maybe try some BPC 157 for your elbow issue. It really, I mean, it wasn't really a nerve issue. It was a tendon issue with me for my elbow, but it pretty much solved it. I never feel my partially torn rotator cuff. I never feel that. I've been taking BPC at night, 10 IUs, BPC 157 for shit the entire year. Since January 1st, basically. I think December I got my first bottle of BPC 157. This shit really does heal pretty much everything. Good for your gut health, too. Really helps with your stomach lining. Yeah, BPC 157 is like a magical peptide. It's fucking amazing. We call it the Wolverine. That's one of the ones that's the Wolverine peptide. That's just great. Can't recommend it enough. It's helpful during this cut. My joints do not ache like they normally do. They are not completely dried out. At least they don't feel like they are. I'm sure they are. They are dry. They're getting drier. They just don't feel like they are. I'm getting joint relief. That's why I didn't stop taking it when we got deeper into the cut. Mandarin from Precious Liquid. Citrus soap. That sounds good. I like citrus. I like soapy fragrances. Oh, I figured it was. Yeah, people swear by it, and I'm one of them. A lot of people do. There's tons of research on it. It works really well. Really well. Insulin shot right in your stomach, pinch a little skin. Nothing. No big deal. Yeah, that's the stack, the TB500. I've never done the stack. I just do BPC 157. It's amazing. It's not expensive either. It's really not. Most places have 5 milligram bottles. I got a place that I get 10 milligram bottles. Private sale. So, and better prices than the 5 milligram bottles, but 5 milligram bottles go around $40-ish. But that goes a long way. You don't need much, just a little bit. Just a little bit every night is what I do. You can take it in the morning. Some people take it in the morning. I take it at night for recovery because your body's going to grow at night when you're sleeping. That's when your body releases growth hormone and all that stuff, and you recover best when you hit your REM sleep. So that's when I do it. It does. This actually is really good. It helps your body naturally produce more collagen. That's part of how it helps you. It heals injuries. That's actually part of the mechanism of how it works. Yeah. Yep. Collagen's very good for that. If you take collagen supplementation and that, it's like a double whammy, basically. Why Imperial is much more versatile than I think, and better, I think, than Ganymede. Yeah, but I mean, you should have seen how I felt about Ganymede. Like, I understand them better. Like, I don't like it to the point of wanting a bottle, but I respect it. I think if I had to choose between that and Ganymede, I'm taking Bois Imperial. It's much more versatile. I didn't have a blind smell test with Dedrick on that one. That was Justin that introduced me to it. Sure does. I'll repin that. Then the stack had a bad right shoulder, worked wonders. Yeah, shit works, man. Within like a week, I noticed a big difference in my elbow and my shoulder. They do not bother me. And I'll tell you what, man, we haven't tapered off from doing every like 72 hours, still doing basically 8 leg workouts a month is what it shakes out to. Some weeks it's twice. And like this week, I did legs today and I'm gonna do legs again Saturday. I got 2 different leg workouts I do. Even in a cut when I'm not growing and my knees aren't killing me. I haven't even been wearing my knee sleeves. My joints are drying out. Those of you competitors in the chat know why my joints are drying out at this stage, 31 days out. You know why. But they're not hurting. I have no joint pain almost 4 weeks out from the stage. That's BPC 157. 100%. So, hooks me up, luckily. That's badass, man. That's badass. You don't know why. Well, if he's your boy, that's why. Pretty obvious why, I think. Yeah, we're getting pretty vascular at this point, guys. It's like day by day. I'm down to one. I was 176.2 yesterday. I bet I'm 175 today. I didn't weigh myself. I only weigh myself on check-in days, which is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then we do an in-person check-in either on Thursday or Saturday. This week we're doing Saturday. Yeah, we're getting pretty vascular there. Oh, it's in my stories. Oh, before bed last night. Gotta love the loose skin. Huh? Kind of made a collage of it, but getting a lot more separation, much more vascular. This was second exercise. I did individual leg curls, and then I was doing some belt squat. And this was like 3 sets in the belt squat. I did 5 sets. Haven't completely lost the fullness in my legs. They're definitely not as big as they were as we're depleting down, but there's vascularity on the Stairmaster after. I'm not flexing. I'm just trying to go slow so the camera's catching it and it's not blurry. Yeah, we're getting there, guys. There's a color filter that lifts the shadows and shit, but I mean, even the video where that's captured from, which was this one, yeah. Still, because that's still, those pictures are still images I grabbed from the reels, you know. We're getting there, bit by bit. Like the one where I was doing the most muscular, the crab shot, it's at the end of this video. It wasn't that crab shot, but this was, I didn't even have a pump yet. This was yesterday's workout. I was 3 sets in to high to low cable flies. I hadn't even done any presses yet because I do 3 chest exercises before I do a full shoulder day. We're getting there little by little. There's no filters of any kind. It's just raw footage. We're getting there. Not too shabby for 5 weeks out. Definitely a lot leaner at 5 weeks out and more developed than I was last year. But this last crab shot is going to be the one. And then I did another video after I had a pump towards the end of the workout, and you can see a pretty big difference. All the loose skin drives me nuts, though. But once I dehydrate down, that'll be a big difference, too. I'm still holding plenty of water. For anybody that cares about the updates, again, I wasn't even pumped up yet. But it's this last crab shot. You'll see the chest veins coming out and shit. The trap veins, the delt veins, everything from that shot was these pictures. It's just a color filter that enhances the colors. But all the veins and shit are real from those still. This is all still images. That's that very last crab shot. Just a little closer up. Yeah. We're getting there. And this was once I had a pump. You'll notice there's a little bit more striation in the delts. Vascularity comes out a little bit more when I flex hard. More veins in different places. More little ancillary veins coming out. Notice the delt's a little more striated with the tricep pose this time. You'll notice even when I do the ab shot, it's a little bit tighter. We're getting there. We're getting there. I'm definitely enjoying the process. I'm enjoying the process, but I'm really liking the progress this year, this go around. Yep. Much bigger and leaner than last time. And like I said, I still got 5 weeks to go. I'm 31 days out. This was 32 days out of yesterday. I'm still holding a bit in my mid back, but that's going to come out. And a little bit in my hamstrings. Of course, the back fat area where that cut goes down the very bottom of the lats into the obliques. Like right down here. There's still more, but it's a lot of loose skin too. But that's a lot of fluid and loose skin. It's actually not really much fat, but getting there. I need to have the skin surgery for that to be tight. There's nothing I can do but have surgery to tighten that up. So, you know, for anybody that cares, I know not everybody does, but I appreciate those of you that do, because it's my life. It's my life, you know. It is my life. All right. Let's go. I was right here. Worked wonders. Dude has peptides. So here we go. Top 3 men, Sarah's. Amberful, French Riviera, and Strapoise. Highly versatile stuff. I like the highly versatile stuff. Intense Strapoise is great, by the way. You're doing good with that. Good spring fragrance. Anything green? What's the price point you're looking for? Anything green and fresh? Zerzov Neo, Zerzov Renaissance, those both fall into here. Aqua Celestia Forte, Torino 21. As far as designers, something a little creamy citric green, like Lolita Olympica Green Lover. Banana Republic Vintage Green always works here. Creed Original Vetiver. Depends on what kind of money you're looking to spend. Ah, gotcha. Those are really good. Gritty Supernova better than I like Akigala Mandarino though, but yeah, I definitely like Gritty Supernova way more than Ganymede, way more because it's so much greener. Hormones, I used to want it so bad. I found a place that has everything for so cheap. I'm only on TRT. Hey man, TRT changed your life. I appreciate that. Thank you, man. That's one of the reasons I'm taking a year and a half off to grow. And my coach is going to do leg days with me. We're going to really make some tree trunks happen in the off season. Stay lean, continue to widen out the back and develop, build the upper chest more. Obviously, the biceps have come in even more, but everything needs to continue to grow. I need a deeper hamstring tie-in, a better quad sweep. I had a better quad sweep in the off season, but you know how it is. You start doing all the cardio when you're cutting and you start flattening. You start losing fullness in your legs. I lost a bit of the quad sweep, but I'm far improved from last year, and that's the point. Just improve from season to season. But we're going to take a much longer off season, about a year and a half this time. Whereas my off season was like 7 months this last time. We're going to have like a full 18 months off season this time around. I'm going to really do some growing. Appreciate you, man. I mean, it needs to get wider. It's all about the X frame. Big wide quad sweep, big wide lat spread, little waist. And my waist can only get so small, so the lat's got to get wider and the quad sweep's got to get wider. Classic Physique's all about the X frame. No, that would never happen. And yes, he retired. I'm never going to get to that point. I'll never get to that point. I'd love to be able to be a Masters Pro or something like that. That'd be amazing. And maybe do a pro show. I'd love to get to that level, but I'm not looking to go wild with it. I am enjoying it now. Is it going to be a long-term career path? Fuck no. I don't have the genetics for that, but I have the drive and the want. So there's a certain level I can get to. There's potential for me to get to a certain point, but I mean, something crazy? No. And I'm not even going to attempt, but I appreciate the confidence that you're putting in me. I appreciate the compliment. Snap into a Slim Jim. There you go. I'm a big wrestling fan. Top 5 all time. The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. That's easy. Number 1. It gets a little murky because the greatest character of all time is The Undertaker. So I think it's not fair to not have him included. It's like I got to look at things as a whole instead of just emotional personal favorites, because Shawn Michaels is my favorite wrestler of all time, but he's also the most complete wrestler of all time, I think. Literally checks every box. So Shawn Michaels and Taker, I have to put there. Bret the Hitman Hart, Stone Cold. How do you not have Stone Cold on that list? The Nature Boy Ric Flair. That's 5 right there. But I mean, really, it could be jumbled around beyond that, because some people, how can you not have The Rock? Well, The Rock's recent stuff over the years has kind of bumped him off. Vintage Rock, sure, but I like Roddy Piper for his mic work, but that's not enough. Being one of the greatest promos of all time, did Dusty Rhodes. You know what I mean? Being one of the greatest promos of all time is not enough to get you in my top 5. But the Big Bad Booty Daddy, there we go. Yeah, all kinds of gains. All kinds. Still love their eating videos, post-workout. Remember, man, can't eat all the fries. We're cutting. We're cutting for 2 years. Eating at McDonald's. Yeah, French Riviera is amazing, man. I don't know. You gotta qualify and win a pro card on the amateur level, on a national level. You got to win a smaller show, a regional show, to then qualify. You got to win an overall at a qualifier, a national qualifier. Go win your pro card at a national show, to then now be to the point to where good luck competing against pros, because now you got to do some growing. You got to take some time off to grow, because the weight limit goes up in your classes, in your division. So once you get to a point to where you can win a pro card, you're not ready to compete against the pros. You just have the potential to compete when you win a pro card. You have the potential, and you're now eligible. And I'm sure the cost to enter is much higher than entering the amateur shows in the NPC, but I'm not to that point, so I don't know. I got to, come in peeled enough, with the loose skin laying flat enough, able to hide the loose skin well enough with the angles. I got a chance. I got a chance of getting on stage against the bigger classes, and maybe if I'm peeled enough, because I'm pretty well proportioned, maybe I could qualify. But I'm not going to nationals, even if I would. I'm not ready for that. I'm not going to win a national show. I do not have a win a national show physique currently. I don't. That's what the take a year and a half off season is going to be for, to then chase the chase. That's when it's all right. I want to go wipe the floor with somebody with the classes in a regional show. I want to go to nationals and win the pro card. That's not now. I'm not ready for that. I don't have the physique for that currently. In 2027, I will have a legitimate chance. Will I do that? Will it actually happen? I don't know, but I feel I'll be ready in 2027. That's far off from it. So work begins June 22nd for that, because June 21st is the date of I'll be on stage for the second show this season. June 22nd, the work for the 2027 season starts, because I'm not competing in 2026. I'm going to take an extended amount of time off to grow. I love Sting. I dressed up as Sting when I was 12 for Halloween. I love Sting, but he doesn't crack my top 5. Kurt Angle is a machine. He was comedy gold, yeah. 107 Fahrenheit, damn. No. You eliminated everything I would say. No. You're too picky. No. No, I cannot. Ultra fresh, watery signature scent. He doesn't like salty, so eliminate aquatic. Most aquatics are salty. And lemon heavy. Most fresh, watery fragrances are going to have a lemony type of citrus. No. Maybe somebody in the chat can help you. Nina Joshi. Not the answer you expected, huh? But when you get so oddly specific and difficult, it's hard to answer. Is there an answer? Yeah. Can I throw one off the top of my head? No. That's why it's no. Because it's so specific. And if I was to really give it some deep thought, odds are you're probably going to have what I would recommend. So no over-the-top specific, gentlemen. I do not have an answer ready for you, unfortunately. Bet you don't like that answer, but it's the truth. Let me hit you with the truth in the moment. So over-the-top specific. Scott Hall getting some love. All right. Sexy Kurt was fucking hilarious. Yes, I agree. Because I'm cutting. Exactly. $10 super chat. All kinds of gains. Yeah, man. Mr. Feathers and Mr. Striations. Lord Keith and Lord Kevin. You know, I used to love the fitness content. Dudes, they out of shape like a motherfucker now. Appreciate the super chat, my man. Oh, yeah. That's where you got to follow me on Instagram, man. I got a fitness. That's my fitness IG page right here. I have a fragrance page and I have a fitness page. At Ross.JC12 is the fitness page, and I also do throw a little bit of sneaker content up there. Yeah, that was a week ago. Yeah, that's the page for all that. And then at TLTG.reviews is the fragrance page. That's got the larger amount of followers. Yeah, this is pretty much fitness specific with a little bit of my sneaker channel mixed into there, because I do have TLTG Kicks sneaker channel as well. in case you didn't know. But everything will be posted in those stories, and then I'll share it on the TLTG one as well. But like I posted my posing routine on my sneaker channel in a shorts video. And then I did a quick little like a vlog summary video that my friend videoed for me and edited that came, one of my childhood friends, that he does videography. I doubt Chase mentioned coming to these shows. I'm going to tell him. I mean, I don't know if he wants to drive to Alabama from Louisiana and then drive over here from Louisiana. He might. He's wild like that. In which case he would come film. So I don't know. But as far as stuff I'll do, I post updates all through the weekend in my Instagram stories, like lining up for tan, check-ins, chilling in the hotel, eating meals, any random shit I do, updates throughout, any footage the wife, or like, I don't even know if George is going to come to either one of these. I haven't asked. He came to the show last year and George was taking footage and I was sharing it. Plus pay for the videographer and photographer that's there. You pay for the professional stuff for while you're on stage, and they give you that a couple days later. But I post updates all throughout, but it's going to be on IG. The boogeyman. I'm coming to get you. The boogeyman. Man, I heard a rumor earlier this year about a potential little run for him to come up. Fuck out the way. I would like a summer fragrance, but I don't like summer fragrance. That's kind of sugar walls. Boy, y'all getting deep into the old Hodge twin stuff now within quotes. That's kind of how I took that. It's like, look, I want a summer fragrance, but I don't like most summer fragrances. He probably left. I probably hurt his feelings. I hope not. I hope he's got thick skin, but it was like, damn, dude, why so specific? You eliminated like 95% of what I would recommend. You too oddly specific. There's no satisfying you, sir. I don't have an answer for you. Jeez. You saw them live, their comedy show. When I was in Texas, they came to Sugarland, and I didn't go to the show. They came where I was living. That's when they first started their very first comedy tour. Got on meth and went crazy. Lives in Thailand now and looks nothing like he did. I bet. Y'all are piling on now. And a moderately heavy cap. Y'all are piling on now. He's definitely going. He's definitely leaving. Y'all are piling on. Come on now. This is the chat where you can get fucked with, though. You got to have thick skin. We talked about it earlier. That's random. Didn't know about the sneaker channel. I've subscribed to that. I'm relatively new to your channel, but I love your content. Was going to ask if you're a sneaker. Oh, yeah. That's not even close to all my shoes. Like, I have a standing desk behind this wall, and it's loaded down with shoes underneath it, too. And there's the entire top of that closet, shoe boxes. Over here is Vans and training shoes and shit. There's an entire... Let me go this way with it. Where those hats are, that's an entire rack of Metcons and Vans and Chucks and all kinds of shit. Whoop. Going too far over with that. And then in the other closet over there, I got another full-size closet. There's shoe racks, there's Air Maxes and Ultra Boosts, Under Armour shoes that are loose, because all my Project Rock stuff's in boxes in there, but random Under Armour stuff, a lot of Ultra Boost, older Ultra Boost, Light Boost. Got like Shack Attacks and Grant Hills. All my Cole Haans are on a rack in there. Like, I got all kinds of shit. I got shit ever. I got shoes in the spare room. And a lot of shoes, man. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pairs. Yeah, I'm a big time sneakerhead, just like I'm a big time frag head. Everybody talks about I have a shopping addiction. No fucking shit, you geniuses. I always have. I like to shop. I shop for a living. I buy products and talk about them on the internet. It's literally what the fuck I do to pay my bills. I'm not saying that to you. I'm talking about the idiots that just like they're insulting me with I just have a shopping addiction. Yeah, you jealous? It's what I do. It's legitimately my occupation. Product review content creator. You know how you get products to review? About 80% to 90% of what I review does not get sent to me from fragrance. And Under Armour sent me 3 pairs of shoes one time. That's it. That's it. I bought every other pair of shoes. So And it's over years and years and years. You know what I mean? It's not like it just 6 months I had all this shit. But yeah, TLTG kicks. Tomorrow's video is the soon to be released Bright Cactus Jumpman Jacks, also known as the first cool pair of shoes John Cena's worn in television in 20 years. He wore them on Raw last night. And Travis Scott was wearing them at Mania for the John Cena Cody Rhodes match. Do you mind lemon and salty aquatics? Honestly, any light blue flanker from Dolce & Gabbana, literally any of them. Big fan of Mancera French Riviera, like we mentioned a few times. That's a laid-back, creamy citrus aquatic. It's kind of its own vibe. It's a very laid-back, casual mood fragrance. Wild fruits from Mancera is super citrus. It's almost like, okay, good. You do have thin skin. You have thick skin. I like you so much. Thank you. I'm glad you took that in stride because they all piled on too. So you're our kind of guy. You belong in this stream. You're our kind of guy. You took it in stride. I like you. That's what I'm talking about. We like to pick on each other over here. It's all in good fun. My man. Now, look, I'm about to hit some recommendations. Some of them you ain't gonna like. Some of them you might be like, that's the kind of shit I'm looking for. I don't know. So I'm rattling off a few. I don't. So you won't like French Riviera. It's a light, salty aquatic. But Afternoon Swim and Pacific Chill are really good. If you don't want to spend the money, Luciano's Coastal Breeze, really good replacement for Pacific Chill. It's an apricot citron, so lemony grapefruit. Oh man, Nina won't like that one. But very tropical, fruity, green aquatic. And then something like Norstad Quattro, super bright orange musk. It's like Afternoon Swim. It's just so crazy fresh. Luciano's Sunset Swim's really good, but it's more of a like orange peel. But yeah, there's some good ones, dude. There's countless. Versace Mano Fresh is the timeless classic for the summer. That star fruit, that sour citrus with the clean muskiness, fresh aquatic. It's not a salty aquatic. And it's not so lemon forward, but I would assume Ninot has that. That's like a standard, everybody's got it kind of fragrance, but it's so good. I mean, if you like spicy grapefruit, I don't see why not. It's a warm, spicy grapefruit smell. Amber ambroxan, pepper and grapefruit, basically. Yeah. Hawaii size 26. That's cheap, cheap, cheap. When we move into the house beginning of next year, I'll do it again. And it'll be like closer to 3,000 fragrances at that point. Because I'm well over 2,000 now. It was over 1,400 when I did that a year and a half ago. I will do it again next year. Not this year. Next year. Because these two product review channels will be in different rooms. I'll have very different setups for both channels. So, because we're buying a house in the spring. Our lease ends in October. We're going to do another 6-month lease. And then in the springtime next year, we've got certain areas, houses, floor plans, everything that we're looking to get. So, yeah, we're buying a house here. And TLTG Kicks is going to have its own room. TLTG Reviews is going to have its own room. And the game room is where we're going to live stream. So the live stream is even going to be in a different room. That's going to be in the 90s room. The game room, very 90s themed, very retro. Everything on the walls, the lighting, all my game systems. It's going to have some modern stuff, but the aesthetic is going to be very retro 90s to that room. But that's also where my desk and my computer is going to be. So the backdrop's going to be all that 90s aesthetic to the room. It won't be the fragrances and the shoes. Recorded content and shorts videos will be, you'll see the fragrances behind me. You'll see the shoes behind me. I have a very different setup for my on-foot footage, which this has been a very, very good spot. The wall of shoes for my on-foot footage, I actually really like that. Works out. But it's going to be very different next year. This is what it is, clutter, as everybody likes to call it. It's clutter. It's organized clutter, but it's organized clutter nonetheless. It's organized and it's clutter. But next year is when that's going to change, and I will do that. I probably won't do a sneaker collection because that's even more tedious than the fragrance collection. With the fragrance collection, I can pan over and grab highlights on certain shelves. Whereas with sneakers, I'd have to pull stuff out of boxes and shit like so. I'm not going to be doing a sneaker collection video ever. But the fragrance collection video we will do again in 2026. I thank you, man. I appreciate that. So you like my personality. You understood what you were getting into then. I like you. I like you. You must have a day off tomorrow from work, or you just up late, can't sleep. And I'm glad you're here. I'm glad I got to virtually meet you and pick with you a little bit. You're my kind of guy. You belong on this stream, man. Welcome. We appreciate you, man. We sure appreciate you. Very yellow floral too. Banger. Absolute banger. Peachy. Very fruit peachy forward. Good Fleetwood. I like the name. First time I recall seeing it. Hello. No, they're definitely not decorative. And that's not even close to all of them. Not even close. That's just what you can see. Yes, sir. Mustard Squirrel. Good to see you, sir. I haven't tried anything from the brand. It is time for the meal. Fuck, it's 7 o'clock. Yeah, we're over 2 hours. We got to shut it down, guys. It's going to be, what's going to be for the live streaming. Yeah, it's going to be for the live streaming. It's strictly for when we're doing this. You'll see everything behind me. I'll have the camera angled. Like I'm going to keep this camcorder for the live streams, and I'm going to buy another camera to do the regular content. So I don't have to keep moving it back and forth. And I don't want to just use my phone. I'm going to get a separate camera that I can just leave in there and just pop the SD card out and bring it to the computer. And I'll just transport that tripod from room to room. It's still going to be moving. There's no reason to have 3 cameras. I'm just going to have the second camera for the recording. But yeah, it's going to be great, man. It's going to be the best setup I've ever had. It's going to be the most productive. Editing styles and presentation is going to change a little bit. It's going to require more effort, so I'm going to put even more effort in. But yeah, it's going to be great. I'm super excited. It's just the waiting game until the time rolls around. Where was I? So yeah, we need to shut it down. It is mealtime. I'm glad you mentioned that, Ben. Or Jason, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've tried any of the newer stuff. No, I have not. Between the trees is a good pickup. So we're going to end it on Spencer. Spencer's the final comment I see currently in the chat. So I had a great time, guys, cracking some jokes. We had some great sports in the chat, new that I've seen, but great sports to the chat. I'm welcome. Y'all are welcome here anytime. Thank y'all for being good sports and understanding it's all just good fun, good-natured ribbing, you know. I'm from South Louisiana, the oil field, the car business. Fucking with you is a sign of affection. That means I like you. You know, that's how I feel you out. That's me feeling you out. How you respond is going to be like, well, you leave. We're not going to get along, you know? Or it's like, you're my kind of guy. I like you. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for the super chats. They gave super chats. Thanks for spending some of your day with me. This is going to be the only stream this week here. Like I said, last night I was on Randy's channel with Mike from day 3. That was a fun stream. And then either Thursday or Friday, Dedrick's going to be streaming. He's got some big news. Y'all might want to tune in. I don't want to spoil anything. It's not my news to drop, so I'm not going to do that. But there's a really good chance it's his last live stream. So, of course, I'm going to be a part of that. So be on the lookout if you want to join Smell Good Family live stream. It's a real possibility. It's the last one possibly ever, if not for a long time, because some big changes are happening in my guy's life. So fucking proud of Dedrick. Good things happen to great people, guys. Good things happen to great, honest, respectable men. So fucking happy for my guy. So I'll leave you guys on that. Subscribe to Dedrick Hicks Jr. It's a 25K celebration as well. He's going to be doing some giveaways. I might contribute. So usually when he's doing giveaways, I chime in and do some shit too. So thank you guys for spending some time with me. Check out this morning's video if you haven't yet. Top 20, possibly 30 in the collection coming up this week. And we're probably going to do some summer citrus clones tomorrow is what I was thinking. Maybe even Paris Corner specific, because I got a lot of really good, like, summery Paris Corner stuff. I might do that tomorrow, and then we'll probably do the collection video the following day, like the top in the collection, which I need a little time to think about that. But like, stream on the way out. See you on the next one.